Hello and welcome. So I'm going to take a look at the Times Quick Cryptic crossword, and this is being published on Saturday the 8th of November 2025. And our setter today is Breadman. Now Breadman, interesting one here because Breadman gives us a puzzle per month pretty much. This will be number 10 for the year. We didn't get one in October. In fact, the last puzzle we got from Breadman was on the 27th of September. 36 puzzles ago. I think this will be the 36th puzzle since then, and that was that was the puzzle which produced my quickest ever quit. When I couldn't get, I gave up at 11 minutes, having spent 5 minutes trying to get to a palindrome of Arga Saga, which is something I was never going to get to, I think, unless I just did a really extensive alpha trawl. So maybe a little bit of redemption needed here. I mean, Breadman, I think, can be difficult. Depends if they've gone for a little scheme of anagrams. I don't think so, looking at the grid. But you never know. So, I don't know, really. The only thing to do now is just to kind of reset the timer and crack on, isn't it, really? Find out. Unearth attacks adopted by former chief executive originally. Well, chief executive is a CE. Former CEO. Unearth. ATAX. AVAT. Cavate. Excavate, I suppose. There you go. Encourage a risky venture. Urge? I don't know if that's encourage. A risky venture. A bet, I think that is. A bet. Article about that place. I won't say theme, but there. I think that's there, I'm not sure. Let's go to here. Polish round and round new mug. Polish, rub. Buff, new mug, buff, I don't know. Closely fought, chasing game for children outside in heat. Children outside is CN. Closely fought is a tie. Chasing game. Ooh. Okay, comedian Hazel. Oh gosh, I don't know any comedians called Hazel. Hazel perhaps could be a nut or brown. Supporting Queen is Victoria Wood, I suppose. There we are. I suppose Hazel is a wood, yep. Piece of cake cold in church. That's a cinch, isn't it? I don't quite know why. Cold in church. Yeah, okay. Silvery grey tree. Ash. Not sure about that. Ash, I think so. Little jerk is a tunic. A French pinching up tunic. This one, doctor back to A&E. Nursing very loud animal. Very loud would be FF, wouldn't it? Doctor back to AE. Backed is... not sure I've done that one, have I? This one here was one who goes in a hospital department to harangue. Ent. One who goes in hospital department. Don't know. Right, what's this here? Exactly where spectacles may be on the nose. Drop it when shaky. Is that an anagram of drop it? I think so. Lethargic is not dopey. Protid. Not sure. Vocalise keeping time. Melody ultimately tight. Vocalise. Melody is a tune or an air. Ultimately tight suggests T there. Or is it the Y of melody? Oh, maybe it's Y from melody. What's this down here? Chat involving quiet old lady's head covering. Quiet is P, isn't it? Chat. Old lady's head covering. Not getting anywhere with either of those, really. Former wife in St Helier drunk. Anagram of St Helier with a W, is it? Erstwhile? I think. Not a word I'm kind of... One of those words I know, but I don't know. Group in Nicosia. Leaves. Cost lettuce. Repeatedly talk about old seafaring weapon. Harpoon. Harpon. Okay. Nana reduced masculine form of language. Nana reduced is nan. He form of language. He something. Nana gran. Or is that a hidden word? Reduced masculine. Masculine could be an M. Not sure what's going on there. Supped regularly alongside unknown river. Spay. Is the spay I think the spay is a thing. I'm going to put it like that for a minute. Is this ethos? Moral is of that is hidden word, yeah, ethos. I've got SPE or UPD, UPD. I don't think it's going to be UPD, is it? Delayed delivery of book is, well, I want to put verse there. Can't be verse. Delay delivery. Delay is to. Let's go on to sort of music expert with good solid support. G-back sort of music. Back is to support, good solid support. Expert is a fang something. What's this? Private is inner. Champions is a winner. Yep, that one I've looked at. This one. Okay, dropping off Native American cotton cloth. Is that Chino? Chinook, yeah, Chino. This is the mother, old lady's head covering. Right, let's have a look at these downs again. No, this one closely fought. Closely fought. Is that the Tiv fought? Chasing game for children. Outside in heat. The outside in heat is H. T, sorry. Children. Game of children is tag. That doesn't work, does it? Tight. Closely fought. Tight. Why is that tight? Tig. Let's assume that's a giraffe, isn't it? Because it's double F. A&E. Rig is to doctor. Oh, national sport, navigational sport. That'll be orienteering. Used to do a bit of that myself, so that's a write-in. Nana reduced masculine. Ooh, what's that? Nana reduced masculine form of language. No idea what that's going on. This is a buffoon, isn't it? Polish is a buff. Round and round new. Buffoon is a mug. Yep. Article about that place. About the re. Yeah, there. That place there. Okay. Vocalise. Keeping time. Oh, there's my T. Vocalise is to ultimately tight. Stony. Stingy. Stingy. What's that? Sing. Stingy. Yep. That must be a yashmak, is it? Old ladies. What's that going on? Chat. Is it yashmak? Yam. Quite as shush. Old lady. Yash. Yamak. That's an idiom, is it? Reduced. Idiot. Nana. Reduced. Oh, nana. Not nana. Idiom. Okay. What's this? Drill. Brig. Sort of music expert is a drag something. Oh, okay, well that's gone fairly good. I don't understand why that's tight. Closely fought. I mean, closely fought is tight, isn't it? We've got an HT for that. I can't see what that. Chasing game of children is a tag though, isn't it? Tig. Game of children outside in heat. The outside in heat is HT. You know, normally the rule is if you can't do it, if you can't pass it, don't put it in. There's something else going on. One who goes to hospital department. Well, hospital department is ENT. One who goes to is an ENT. To harangue is to badger. To harangue is to not sure. Oh, this is drop it, wasn't it? Torpid is the anagram I couldn't get to. That's okay. This is reserve to book, so that must be the spay. What's this? Entrant. One who goes in. Entrant, yeah. Rant. Fair enough. To harangue. Might be going disaster on that then. So last two. Chat involving old lady. Well, quite as shush. Yam. Old lady is ma, isn't it? Yashma. Don't like that. Head covering would be. I thought it was yashmak, but I can't remember. Yama. Involving O. Yeah. Gosh, quiet. Let's see what this is. Sort of music expert, good solid support. Sort of music. Didn't actually work out what orienteering was, but it's just now over the entire region. Sort of music expert with good. There's good. Prog rock, isn't it? Prog rock. Okay. So we're going to plug that in. I can't really. Yeah, Yes, mate, let's just put it. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Right. Well, that's classic Breadman, really, because a couple there I just could not understand. And, wow, 5th time this week I've been sub 10, which is definitely a new record on that front. And redemption from the last puzzle with the quit. So let's have a go through, see what I can actually understand now. Right. To unearth is to excavate, sorry. A tax is a VAT, VAT being a tax, value added tax, adopted by the former chief executive. So yeah, former is X, and the CE is the chief executive. Originally is saying CE for chief executive, because normally it's CEO, isn't it? I think I have seen CE though as an abbreviation, to be fair. Right, to encourage is to abet, you abet someone. A is in the clue, and a risky venture is a bet. Little jerk is a tick, so yeah, you've got a tick. Pinching a, the French word for a, which is and item of clothing is a tunic. To doctor something is to rig it, so put that backwards gives you the GIR. A&E, nursing, very loud. So very loud in musical is, I think it's forte. F, it's definitely an F. So very loud is double F, which gives you double F going into A&E, and the giraffe is an animal. Silvery grey is ash, and tree is definitely ash. Not overly familiar with silvery grey. I suppose you can be a bit ashen coloured, which is a bit pale and whatever. But yeah, double definition there. Right, exactly where spectacles might be rest. Exactly is on the nose. So this too is a double definition, or a double definition with a cryptic hint. And your spectacles will be resting on your nose. Drop it is an anagram of torpid. When shaky is your anagram indicator, and lethargic is torpid. To vocalise is to sing. Keeping time, so put a T into sing, and then the final letter of melody is the Y, ultimately melody, and tight is stingy. Right, former is erstwhile. As I say, that's a word erstwhile is one of those words you see and you read, and I really don't think I ever know what it means, if I'm honest. But yeah, former, erstwhile. Wife is a W, going in an anagram of St. Helier, and drunk is your anagram indicator. Leaves, think of lettuce leaves. So cos lettuce is a type of lettuce, and group is your hidden word indicator. Group in. Right, to repeatedly talk about is to harp on. Now put harp on around an O for old gives you harpoon, which is a seafaring weapon. Right, a nana, yeah, is a bit of a nana. That bloke is an idiot. It's not nana, it's an idiot. Nana. Reduced is idiot without the T on the end. M for masculine, and a form of language is an idiom. Supt regularly is saying take the first, third, and fifth letters of supt, and then put it alongside an unknown. So the unknown of Y. Unknowns are either X, Y, or Z in crossword land. UK river is the Spey. I don't know where that is. I've vaguely heard of it, I think. Right. Well, a sort of music is prog rock, progressive rock, mainly the early 70s. An expert is a pro, as in a professional. With good is G, and something that's solid support is rock solid. So that's the across clues, all successfully navigated. One who goes in is an entrant. Nice kind of hidden definition there. Hospital department, classic hospital department is the ear, nose and throat department. It's either going to be ear, nose and throat, A&E, or a ward, if it's a hospital area or department. And to harangue is to rant. Piece of cake, oh that was a cinch, that was a piece of cake. We've got cold is a C. In church. Okay, so it's literally in order, and it's C for cold at the start, then in the clue, and then CH for church. Right, we've got the comedian Victoria Wood. I think she died a couple of years ago, sadly. Hazel is an example of wood, so Hazel perhaps. Sporting the Queen once, well, Queen Victoria ruled 1837 to 1901, I think it was, so quite a long time ago now, but yeah, she was definitely Queen once. Victoria Wood wasn't the Queen, she was a comedian. Right, if something is closely fought, then it's tight. Chasing game for children outside in heat. Game for children, TIG. I'm going to have a little pause of the video and just see if I can see what's going on there. Right, well, the way I'm reading this clue is that if something's closely fought, then it's a tight match. It was closely fought. That's your definition. And I think chasing game for children is TIG. Now, I've never heard of that. Tag I have heard of, but clearly the answer is TIG on this one. And then the outside in heat is the outside letters of heat, which are the H and the T going on the end. So TIG, HT. As I say, never heard of TIG as a game. Have heard of tag, but obviously doesn't fit that way around. But that's the answer. So if you know better, let me know. To polish something is to buff it, and round is an O. So round and round is OO, and then N for new. And a mug, someone who's a buffoon is a bit of a mug. Right, article is the. About is re, and that place over there is there. Navigational sport, orienteering. As I say, I did a bit of that for about 3 or 4 years, wandering around cold forests, cold moorland, feeling very, very cold in the middle of winter. Fond memories though, other than the fact that I had freezing cold hands and I was useless at it. Involved is your anagram indicator. That entire region is an anagram of orienteering. Delay, delivery. Okay, if you delay the delivery is reserve. Well, a book is, if you book a place at book a table, then you're reserving the table. That's one definition. Delay delivery is to reserve. You put it on reserve, I think, but that seems like the same thing. I'm just wondering if there's a triple definition here that I can't see, or whether it's just a double definition. Delay, reserve. If you're reserved, delivery of book. I think it's a double definition of delay delivery and book, but I'm not entirely sure. So the second clue I'm not good at, and here's the third clue I'm not sure on. Chat involving quiet. Well, quiet is definitely, I'm fairly sure, is shush. Old lady's head covering. Well, head covering is a yashmak. Now, is old lady's part of that? Ma, yes. Okay. Chat is yak. Sh is quiet. And then old lady is ma. I tried to put that down the bottom, didn't I? For some reason my brain wasn't quite working there. A head covering is a yashmak. Yeah, I can see that now. I think I was trying to think of yammer in there as a chat, say, or jabber on or whatever. So that's where I got a bit stuck. Right, on to ethos. Ethos is moral significance, I guess, is the definition. Of is your hidden word indicator that ethos is a cross pet. Hospice. Private, if something's private, then it's your inner thoughts. That comes up from time to time in the puzzle. I don't think I've ever used it in real life though. A champion is a winner. Take the header off a winner, so winner becomes inner. And okay, so the Native American Indian is a Chinook, one of the tribe. Take the OK off of Chinook, becomes Chino, which is a type of cloth. So there we go. I think that's all the clues gone through. So thank you for watching, and hurrah through the Breadman.